Question number 1. A company recently started hosting new application workloads in the AWS cloud. The company is using Amazon EC2 instances, Elastic File Servers, and Amazon RDS instances. To meet regulatory and business requirements, the company must make the following changes for data backups. Backups must be retained based on custom daily, weekly, and monthly requirements. Backups must be replicated to at least one AWS region immediately after capture. The backup solution must provide a single source of backup status across the AWS environment. The backup solution must send immediate notification upon failure of any resource backup. Which combination of steps will meet this requirement with the least amount of operational overhead? Choose 3 answers. Question number 2. A company runs an e-commerce application in a single AWS region. The application uses a 5-node Amazon Aurora MySQL DB cluster to store information about customers and their recent orders. The DB cluster experiences a large amount of write transactions throughout the day. The company needs to replicate the data in the Aurora database to another region to meet disaster recovery requirements. The company has an RPO of 1 hour. Which solution will meet these requirements with the lowest cost? Question number 3. ABC Corporation is designing a multi-tier architecture on AWS for their global e-commerce platform. The architecture includes Amazon EC2 instances for web servers, Amazon RDS for database tier, and Amazon S3 for storing static assets. ABC Corporation wants to implement a comprehensive backup strategy to ensure data protection and compliance. Which combination of AWS backup features and services would be most suitable for ABC Corporation's requirement? Question number 4. A large enterprise is migrating its on-premises infrastructure to AWS and needs to implement a backup solution for its multi-tiered application stack. The application consists of Amazon EC2 instances, RDS databases, and S3 buckets storing critical data. The enterprise requires a centralized backup management solution that provides automated backup scheduling, cross-account backups, and integration with AWS Key Management Service for encryption. Additionally, the solution should support application-consistent backups for databases and file systems. Which AWS backup feature and component should the enterprise utilize to implement this backup solution effectively? Hello everyone, I am Ravi Saeed and I am thrilled to welcome you to another insightful 591 Lab video. Today our focus is on AWS Solution Architect Professional Exam. Whether you are preparing for AWS SAP-C02 exam or you are a cloud architect or system admin, this video is tailored to provide you with invaluable insights. Before we dive into the content, we kindly request you to subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell icon. Your support empowers us to produce more valuable content like this, helping you excel in your cloud journey. So today's session is focused on AWS Backup, where we will explore the significance of AWS Backup and how to set it up effectively. Following that, we will review exam questions to ensure a thorough understanding. But before we jump in, let me give you a bit more insight into what 591 Lab is all about. 591 Lab is a top IT training and certification exam brand in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Singapore. Our mission at 591 Lab is to provide our clients with exceptional exam preparation experience for certification in AWS, Cisco, Huawei, Aruba, Juniper, Palo Alto, and Fortinet exam tracks. Today we have an exciting agenda lined up. First, we'll discuss AWS Backup, explaining key features and benefits. Then we'll look at 2 scenarios, one without AWS Backup in the architecture and one with AWS Backup, to see the difference it makes. After that, we'll do a practical walkthrough in the console to show how it all works. Once we are done with that, we will go over the key takeaways to make sure you have got it all down. Finally, we will wrap up by tackling some exam-style questions together. So let's dive in and get started. AWS Backup is a fully managed backup service provided by AWS. It offers a centralized solution for managing backups across various AWS services, making data protection easier and more efficient. The key features of AWS Backups are centralized backup management, which provides a single console to manage backup of AWS resources, including databases, storage volumes, and file systems. Automated backup scheduling enables automatic scheduling for backup based on user-defined policies, reducing manual effort and ensuring consistency. Customized retention policies allows user to define retention periods for backups, meeting regulatory requirements and optimize storage cost. Cross-region replication facilitates replication of backup to multiple AWS regions for disaster recovery purpose, ensuring data resilience. Integrated monitoring and alerts offer centralized monitoring for backup status and immediate notification in case of failure, enabling proactive management. The benefits are simplified backup management, streamlines backup operations across diverse AWS services, reducing complexity and improving efficiency. Enhanced data protection ensures data resilience and compliance with regulatory requirements through centralized backup management and cross-region replication. Cost optimization enables optimization of storage costs by defining efficient retention policies and eliminating redundant backups. Improved resilience facilitates disaster recovery by replicating backups to multiple AWS regions, enhancing business continuity. Backups play a critical role in data protection, compliance, risk mitigation, business continuity, and cost effectiveness in AWS environments. They are an essential component of a comprehensive cloud strategy, ensuring safety and availability of critical data and application. In this architecture, we have two EC2 instances, databases, and file servers. Backups are managed independently. This results in administrative overhead, and administrators need to switch between different services dashboards to maintain backups. Conversely, in the same architecture with AWS Backup implemented, you can manage backups for all supported services such as EC2, RDS, and EFS from a single centralized dashboard. You can easily schedule backups, restore data, and set up notification for any backup failures. This approach reduces administrative overhead and ensures better control and management of backups. Let's go ahead and implement AWS Backup to streamline our backup process and make management easier. Alright, so we are logged into the console, and this is basically AWS Backup dashboard. Before creating any backup job, let me show you the architecture which we have discussed in the slide. There are two EC2 instances, or you can say web servers, as well as database engine and file server. So what we need to do, we are going to set up AWS Backup for centralized backup management. As soon as we set a backup job for all the resources we want to take backups, then AWS Backup will automatically back up all the resources on daily basis or as per the schedule which we set. Let's jump back to the console. Here we have two AWS web servers or EC2 servers, as we have seen in the diagram, as well as database engine, RDS 591 lab, and we have also a file server setup. So we have similar resources. We need to jump on AWS Backup and we have to create a backup plan. Let's create a backup plan. Alright, so from here you can start with a template. If you click on templates, there are some built-in templates available for 35 days retention, 1 year, 5 year, and 7 year. You can choose any template as per your need, or you can build a plan as per your requirement. If you click on build your own plan or build a new plan, then you can set up all the configuration as you want. Also, you have an option to define a plan or create a plan using a JSON template. So we are going to build our own plan. Let's click on build a new plan and just specify a name. So we are going to set up daily backup plan. All right, if you want to assign any tag, which is optional, so you can assign from here. Otherwise, leave it. Here you can set the schedule, but before setting up the schedule, you have to specify a name as well, daily, or you can choose as per your requirement or need. Also, backup vaults basically serves as organized repository for managing and retaining backups with built-in access controls. So you can select the default backup vault, or you can create one if you want to. So we will create a new backup vault. Let's create a backup vault first. Specify a name. You have to choose encryption key as well, because it's important to encrypt all the data which is stored in the backup vault. So this is the default key, but if you want to encrypt your data with different keys, then you can create one in a KMS, and then you can select from here. So I have a default key available as of now, so I'll select this one and just create backup vault. All right, so it's done. Let's back to the AWS Backup. Let's refresh it and select the vault which we have just created. Let's select the final lab vault. The backup frequency you can choose from here: daily, weekly, monthly, or every 12 hours, or even hourly. Also, if you want to take multiple backups within a day, then you can set any custom cron expression as well. So daily is fine just for now. I'll leave it as daily. So here you can select the backup window which suits your business needs. Like when load is minimal, then you can select or you can set the backup window as per your desired need. So let's suppose we are going to set up for daily 8 a.m. So let's select 8 from here. This is the current time zone. You can change it as per your time zone as well. All the time zones are available. If your backup does not start and you want to retry, then it will basically automatically retry within 8 hours. After that, it will expire. So you can select the number of hours or days as per your requirement. So I'll leave it as default. Also, you can select lifecycle policy. Like if you want to move backup from warm storage to cold storage, then you can enable it from here, or even you can select later. Here you can select total retention period, like how many days you want to retain your backups. Default value is 35 days, but if you want to retain for longer period, then you can select from here. All right, so 35 days are enough for now, so I'm not making any changes. All right, so this is very crucial, like copy to destination. If you want to store your backup for disaster recovery, then you must set up copy destination backups. So I am currently in Northern California region, and I can store all the backup files any destination region as per my choice. So let's suppose I want to store all those backups or copy those backups in the Oregon region as well. So I'll select Oregon from here. Even you can copy your backups into another AWS account vault as well. All right, so from here you can assign any particular tags. Like if you want to set up backup for production environment or development environment, then for identification you can assign any particular tags from here. All right, so I don't need to specify any tags for now, so I'll leave it as default. Let's create this plan. All right, so in the first step, we have just created a backup plan. We have scheduled the job as well. And in this stage, we need to assign resources, like what kind of resources we want to backup, right? So we have currently EC2 instances as well as database and file server. So we can include all resources tabs which currently supported by AWS Backup, or even we can include any specific resources. So let's click on include specific resources. From here, you can see all the supported services by AWS Backup. There are a lot of services like Aurora, CloudFormation, DynamoDB, and so on. So we have EC2, RDS, and EFS, three services which we want to back up for now, right? But we can select more services. So let's just select the supported services or the services we want to back up. Alright, so from here you can select any specific resource. Like if you have multiple EC2 instances and you just want to take backup of any specific resources or any specific EC2 instances, then you can select from here. In our case, we have basically 2 web servers within this region. So this is why we are only able to see only 2 servers. Alright, even if I want to take a backup of any specific server, then I can select from here. But in our case, I want to take backup of both servers. I'll leave it to all instances. Same goes with EFS. So we have only one Elastic file server within this California region. All file server system is selected as of now, which is just fine. So we don't need to change it as of now. All right. And this is for the database RDS. So as you can see, we have only one RDS available in California region. So all databases is currently selected. But in case we have multiple databases, then we can just uncheck this all databases or all resources check. Then we can select the resources which we want to back up. Right. So I'll leave it as default for now. From here, if you select all the resources here and you want to exclude any resources from the backup, like if you have 10 EC2 instances and you want to back up only 9 servers, 9 EC2 machines, and you don't want to back up or you want to exclude one server, so you can select from here. Alright, so like if I select EC2 and as soon as I select it, all the resources will be pop up. So if I want to exclude any server or any EC2 machine from here, then I just need to select any particular resource from here. So the backup job will not take the backup of excluded items. Alright, but we don't need to exclude any resource as of now. So I'll uncheck this box and just assign resources. Alright, so we need to specify a name. So let's specify a name. Resources 591 lab. You can specify any name as you like. So let's assign resources. Alright, so our backup job is successfully created. As you can see, this is the basically backup rule which we have just provisioned. Also, we have assigned resources like EC2, RDS, and Elastic File Server. We can assign more resources as well, like later on, if you want to add or remove any particular resources from this backup job, you can do it as well. You just need to click the backup plan. You can delete it and just create a new plan. Also, within a dashboard, you can see all the progress. So as you can see, I have 6 completed backups. There are no issues with the backups, 0 failed backups, and 0 expired backups. So I have provisioned this a few days back. This is why it's basically showing the progress from Fab 11, right? So as soon as you create a backup job, the monitoring is basically auto start, and you can see all the progress from this dashboard as well. Alright, so this backup job will basically start backing up all the resources every morning 8 a.m. and which includes EC2, RDS, and EFS. So now set up AWS SNS for failed backup jobs. So let's navigate to SNS. Click on next step. Topic type should be standard. Specify a topic name. Then choose create topic. Now click on topic and copy the ARN to clipboard. Now click Edit. Scroll down and click on Access Policy. Now append the following permission into the policy. And save changes. Now choose Create Subscription. Select Protocol Email JSON. Enter email ID that can receive notification. Then click on Subscription Filter Policy. And paste the following policy. Then choose Create Subscription. Then open CLI. Also, the email address that you entered will receive a following subscription. You need to confirmation email. So choose the subscription URL to confirm the SNS subscription. So the CLI terminal is open. Now run the following put bucket vault notification command with backup vault event set to backup job completed and specify your backup vault name, ARN of SNS topic and region of the AWS Backup vault in the command. After the successful execution of this command, whenever your vault has unsuccessful backup job, you get an email notification similar to the following. Alright, so let's jump back to the AWS Backup. From here, you can create on-demand backups as well. So let's click on the Create On-Demand Backup. You can choose the resource type as per your requirement. Like I have EC2 instances. So let's select EC2. And you can see all the available instances from here. So if you want to take backup of any of those servers, then you can just select the server. Select the backup vault and create on-demand backup. This way you can create on-demand backups of your resources. Alright, so this lab has provided a comprehensive understanding of AWS backup vaults. Throughout the lab, we learned how to set up AWS backup vault, configure backup jobs, including on-demand and scheduled backups. Additionally, we explored the process of setting up cross-region backup and enhanced data resilience and how to enable backup notification to stay informed about backup job statuses. These skills are essential for effectively managing and safeguarding data within AWS environments, ensuring data integrity, compliance, and disaster recovery readiness. Alright, so let's jump back to the slide. Here are some key points to remember. Implement customized retention policies for daily, weekly, and monthly backups to meet regulatory and business requirements. This ensures that backups are retained for the required duration to comply with data retention policies and facilitate data recovery as needed. Set up cross-region replication for backups to ensure data redundancy and disaster recovery capability. By capture, the company can migrate the risk of data loss and due to regional outage of disaster. Utilize a backup solution that provides centralized monitoring and management of backup status across the AWS environment. Having a single source of truth of backup status enables efficient monitoring, troubleshooting, and ensures compliance with backup policies. Configure immediate notification to be sent upon failure of any resource backup. Timely notifications enable proactive response to backup failures, minimizing data loss risk and ensuring the continuity of backup operation. Consider leveraging AWS Backup Service to implement the above requirement efficiently. AWS Backup provides centralized backup management, automated scheduling, cross-region replication, and integrated monitoring and alerting feature, making it a comprehensive solution for data backup in AWS Cloud. Now, let's review some exam questions and answers to enhance understanding. Question number 1. A company recently started hosting new application workloads in the AWS cloud. The company is using Amazon EC2 instances, Elastic File Servers, and Amazon RDS instances. To meet regulatory and business requirements, the company must make the following changes for data backups. Backups must be retained based on custom daily, weekly, and monthly requirements. Backups must be replicated to at least one AWS region immediately after capture. The backup solution must provide a single source of backup status across the AWS environment. The backup solution must send immediate notification upon failure of any resource backup. Which combination of steps will meet this requirement with the least amount of operational overhead? Choose 3 answers. Option A. Create an AWS backup plan with a backup rule for each of the retention requirement. This option addresses the requirement for custom retention periods. Option B. Configure an AWS backup plan to copy backups to another region. This option fulfills the requirement for cross-region replication, which is essential for data redundancy and disaster recovery. It helps meet the regulatory requirements for replicating backup to at least one AWS region immediately after capture. Option C. Create an AWS Lambda function to replicate backups to another region and send notification if a failure occurs. While this option provides automation for cross-region replication and failure notification, it introduces additional operational overhead due to managing and maintaining the Lambda function. So this is not the correct answer. Option D. Add an Amazon Simple Notification Service topic to the backup plan to send a notification for finished jobs that have an status except backup job completed. This option addresses the requirement for immediate notification upon backup failure. Option E. Create an Amazon Data Lifecycle Manager snapshot lifecycle policy for each of the retention requirements. Amazon DLM is primarily used for managing Amazon EBS snapshot, and it does not directly address the requirement for cross-region replication for immediate notification for backups of EC2 instances or RDS databases. So this one is also not the correct answer. Option F. Set up RDS snapshot on each database. This option addresses the backup requirement for Amazon RDS databases but does not cover backups for EC2 and Amazon EFS file system. So this one is also not the correct answer. Based on the requirement and the goal of minimizing operational overhead, the optimal combination of steps would be option A, B, and D. Provide the most efficient solution while meeting the requirements with the least amount of operational overhead. Question number 2. A company runs an e-commerce application in a single AWS region. The application uses a 5-node Amazon Aurora MySQL DB cluster to store information about customers and their recent orders. The DB cluster experiences a large amount of write transactions throughout the day. The company needs to replicate the data in the Aurora database to another region to meet disaster recovery requirements. The company has an RPO of 1 hour. Which solution will meet these requirements with the lowest cost? Option A. Modify the Aurora database to be an Aurora global database. Create a second Aurora database in another region. Aurora Global Database allows for cross-region replication with automatic failover capabilities. Option B. Enable a backtrack feature for the Aurora database. Create an AWS Lambda function that runs daily to copy the snapshot of the database to a backup region. Backtrack allows you to rewind a DB cluster to a specific time, which could be useful for disaster recovery. However, copying a snapshot daily may not meet the RPO of 1 hour, and using Lambda to copy snapshot may incur additional cost. So this is not the valid answer. Option C. Use AWS Database Migration Service. Create a DMS change data capture task that replicates the ongoing changes from the Aurora database to an Amazon S3 bucket in another region. AWS DMS with CTC can replicate ongoing changes with minimal latency, potentially meeting the RPO of 1 hour. However, storing data in Amazon S3 may incur additional storage costs. This is also not the valid answer. Option D. Turn off automated Aurora backups. Configure Aurora backup with a backup frequency of 1 hour. Specify another region as the destination region. Select the Aurora database as the resource assignment. This option leverages Aurora built-in backup feature with a backup frequency of 1 hour. Meeting the RPO requirements, replicating backup to another region helps meet disaster recovery requirements while minimizing costs. Option A and D appears to be correct, but option A seems the most suitable and cost-effective solution for meeting the company's requirement. It provides comprehensive disaster recovery solution with minimal operation overhead, ensuring data replication to another region with a specified RPO of 1 hour. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Question number 3. ABC Corporation is designing a multi-tier architecture on AWS for their global e-commerce platform. The architecture includes Amazon EC2 instances for web servers, Amazon RDS for database tier, and Amazon S3 for storing static assets. ABC Corporation wants to implement a comprehensive backup strategy to ensure data protection and compliance. Which combination of AWS backup features and services would be most suitable for ABC Corporation's requirement? Select two options. Option A. Use AWS Backup to create application consistent backup of the Amazon EC2 instances and Amazon RDS databases. This option covers both EC2 instances and RDS databases with AWS Backup, ensuring comprehensive data protection. Option B. Use Amazon S3 object lock to enforce retention policies on static assets stored in Amazon S3, and use AWS Backup to manage backups of Amazon RDS databases. This option focuses on enforcing retention policies for static assets in S3 using object lock and managing backup for RDS databases with AWS Backup. It does not address EC2 instance backup, so this is not the correct answer. Option C. Use AWS Backup to manage backups of Amazon RDS databases and Amazon EBS snapshot for the Amazon EC2 instances, and implement cross-region replication for disaster recovery. This option combines AWS Backup for RDS databases and EBS snapshot for EC2 instances along with cross-region replication for disaster recovery. It covers data protection for both tiers and adds disaster recovery capabilities. Option D. Use Amazon S3 versioning to maintain multiple versions of static assets stored in Amazon S3 and leverage AWS Backup to manage backups of Amazon RDS databases and EBS snapshot for the Amazon EC2 instances. This option suggests using S3 versioning for static assets and AWS Backup for RDS database and EC2 instance backups, offering comprehensive backup capabilities for all components. Considering ABC Corporation requirements for comprehensive backup strategy for their multi-tier architecture, the most suitable option would be C and D. Question number 4. A large enterprise is migrating its on-premises infrastructure to AWS and needs to implement a backup solution for its multi-tiered application stack. The application consists of Amazon EC2 instances, RDS databases, and S3 buckets storing critical data. The enterprise requires a centralized backup management solution that provides automated backup scheduling, cross-account backups, and integration with AWS Key Management Service for encryption. Additionally, the solution should support application-consistent backups for databases and file systems. Which AWS backup feature and component should the enterprise utilize to implement this backup solution effectively? Option A. AWS Backup Vaults, Backup Plans, and AWS Organization for centralized management. AWS Backup Vaults provide a centralized location to store backup stored securely. Backup plans allow for creation of backup schedules, retention policies, and lifecycle rules. AWS Organization enables centralized management of AWS accounts, allowing for consistent backup policies and configuration to be applied across the enterprise AWS environment. This option aligns with requirement provided by enterprise, and it's the most comprehensive solution for implementing a backup solution effectively. But before making the final choice, let's discuss available options as well. Option B: AWS Backup Vaults, Backup Plans, and AWS CloudTrail for auditing. AWS CloudTrail is used for logging API activity and resource changes in AWS accounts. While it's important for auditing, it does not directly address the backup requirements mentioned by the enterprise. So this is not the correct answer. Option C: AWS Backup Vaults, Backup Monitor for monitoring, and AWS Direct Connect for high-speed data transfer. AWS Backup Monitor is not a feature of AWS Backup. Additionally, AWS Direct Connect is used for establishing a dedicated network connection between an on-premises network and AWS, but it's not specifically related to backup solution. So this one is also not the correct answer. Option D: AWS Backup Vaults, AWS Backup Monitor for monitoring, and Amazon S3 Glacier for long-term storage. While Amazon S3 Glacier can be used for long-term storage for backups, this option does not provide a comprehensive solution for automated backup scheduling, cross-account backups, integration with AWS KMS for encryption, and application consistent backups as required by the enterprise. In summary, option A is the correct answer as it aligns with all specified requirements for implementing an effective backup solution for enterprises' multi-tiered application stack on AWS. Alright, so this is it for today. Thank you all for attending today's class at 591 Lab. We hope you found the material informative and helpful. Remember, practice is critical to mastering any new skill, so review the course content and keep practicing with 591 Lab help and support. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact us. We appreciate your participation and look forward to seeing you in our future classes. Have a great day.